Darren, how are you, man?
Good. How are you, Joe? You usually coming in with the
Good,
big
Darren.
energy.
Yeah, here we go. All right, 1 hour of real estate. Let's entertain everybody. Here we
All
go.
day of real estate. What are you talking about?
Hey, guys, thanks for joining us once more. It's Monday, it's 2 o'clock, and that means it is, what is it? Real estate, reality, live stream. Wow, what a name. So let me just jump into this legalese and we'll roll into the rest of it. Darren Hubert and Joe Cloninger are real estate agents at Avenue 8 under the Urban Hillsides brand. All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of of Avenue 8. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Urban Hillsides as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of Urban Hillsides team's opinions. This video is for informational purposes only. All right. What are we going to talk about today, Darren?
All kinds of stuff. Every show.
Okay.
You got to stop me from talking half the time, Joe. Usually I don't want to talk.
Man,
I'm
we could go on
quiet.
for hours.
Nah,
Those who are
probably
interested.
not,
Yeah.
but a couple things, a little bit of predictions, which they've been tossed around for a while, but I think they're really firming up, and there's kind of a consolidated perception of where the market is going in the next 6 months plus. And I think
Yeah.
it's a super important thing for both buyers and sellers to understand.
Well,
We
as
really
you were
haven't.
saying earlier, and we've noticed it. We were in conversation yesterday. People are asking
Yeah.
what's around the corner.
Sure.
Nobody
Well,
can
there's been
predict, but
enough of an altered environment to put people, so that there isn't a clear path on where it's going. So
yeah,
we had to talk about, we haven't done market evaluation in probably a month, and it seemed really relative right now to do that.
yeah. And again, these are broad strokes, but it gives us some direction, and we should think pretty good sources that it's Fannie Mae and their economists. So,
Fannie, Freddie, Zillow came out with their predictions today, and there's stuff on Zillow as well, and so most of the predictions are lining up, other than those on the fringe, which will always be there, but you know the masses typically understand where
right.
things are moving. So
Well, I guess I wanted to start it with we are not alone. And let me share something with you guys. You may have heard over the last couple weeks.
are
Uh,
aliens real, Joe? Is that where you're going with this?
they are real. But no, we were going to, well, we have been complaining about labor, how
Uh,
hard it is to find labor, and then along with it, good labor. So
sure.
it's not just the little guys like us having problems. So we saw this, I think this came out a couple hours ago actually. Zillow's house flipping hits a snag as the red hot US housing market shows signs it's cooling. So a little segue into where we're going next. But, yeah, as I read this, what did it say here? The online listing giant has been buying and selling thousands of homes in recent months through its iBuying program, which depends on the company's ability to use number crunching software to predict where home prices are going. The company blamed its decision to stop new acquisitions for the rest of the year on the labor shortages roiling the U.S. economy. But two of its key competitors are pushing forward, raising questions about why Zillow is backing off its pivot into home flipping. So, if you haven't heard us before, right, Darren, iBuyers are these large companies like Zillow, Redfin, and others who have walked in as buyers with cash offers to sellers who want quick solutions to moving on.
Right.
Maybe not the best price, but
Oh yeah, they leave some meat on the bone for them to do a little work and resell it and make some more money, for sure.
so let's see. Labor shortages. This feels like they bought way too many homes and they're trying to work off that excess supply, said Jonathan Miller, president of appraisal firm Miller Samuel. It's like McDonald's saying, we're having a hard time filling positions, so we're going to close all of our restaurants down. No, you're going to maybe limit your hours or warn people that it's going to take longer. So there you
Right.
go, man. We're not alone.
But longer is hard in real estate. Longer costs a lot of money. I don't know that it costs that much when you're serving a Big Mac. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
don't get
longer
me
is.
on that, man. The
Yeah,
price of a Big Mac. Ugh.
I don't even know. I really don't.
Unfortunately,
But
I do.
um, but yeah, longer costs a lot of money in real estate, so that's
Hmm.
gotta not feel good for them. And as you're saying, Joe, we've been having this conversation. It's been a really tricky situation for me personally
Hmm.
because we complete a sale or we're doing a lot of work in advance for people, and we can't deliver the way we could in the
Yeah.
past. And
Yeah.
it's not our main service, but if prices are more when you're going to remodel after you buy, or things are more expensive or taking longer when you're prepping for a sale, it's hard.
Yeah.
And we're taking the brunt of that. And it's like you said, the way you led off, it's nice to hear that a company as big as Zillow is having a similar problem. You start questioning: is it just me? Do I have the bad sources? Or gosh, man, we've been out seeking more and getting
Yeah.
multiple opportunities, and it's gotten better from our workload, but it's labor. It just has there's less of it, which means it's commanding more dollar wise, and then it's also taking longer. Availability just isn't there. So,
Well,
and then
this
it
article
goes.
follows up with what you just said. So it says Zillow's iBuying businesses loses money. So stopping purchases should help its bottom line. And you told
Yeah,
me what? The stock went down 10% today, right?
it did. Yes.
Wow. But it's a huge negative for top line growth and major setback for the strategic initiatives put in place over the past few years. So, yeah.
They have to be able to turn things over quickly. That's always been my approach, or to flipping. And when we communicate that with clients, it's the shorter path is the more successful path. Real estate doesn't change immediately, typically, unless there's something catastrophic that makes a change. It's usually a slow roll, so there's some predictability into the future, but only so far into the future. And as a business model, the more predictability you have, the more confident you're going to be. So if they're getting a backlog and they're getting a huge lag, that's going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah. Well, and we've all said this, I think, at least on the real estate side, is yeah, when the market switches or changes, will these iBuyers really be there to scoop all this up? They won't have those huge margins of predictions that
And
kept
their
them going.
offers will adjust. The bottom line is they could still present an offer. Their offers will just go down based on the higher risk environment as the market changes. And in reality, they're probably going to have more data than anyone out there, which is why, unfortunately, their name comes up on our podcast even more often than we'd like, because they just have that massive data with all the eyeballs they have, and they can predict a little more of the future.
Okay, well, look, I put it in the comment section, so it's out there for you to read yourself. We're going to go ahead and move on to Fannie Mae, the market and rates for 22 and prices. So let me go ahead and get started here. Fannie Mae mortgage rates and home prices will rise in 22. Economists expect mortgage rates to average 3.3%, home prices to increase 7.4% in 2022. Economists at Fannie Mae expect increased mortgage rates and home prices in 2022 to higher inflation, tightening of monetary policy, and low home inventory. Fannie Mae, in its economic forecast, said it expects the 30-year fixed rate mortgage to average 3.3%, excuse me, in 2022, up from 3.1%, which he had projected last month. Fannie Mae attributed the uptick in interest rates to the Federal Reserve's expected tapering of asset purchases, including mortgage-backed securities. For this year, Fannie projects rates to average 2.9%. According to the Freddie Mac PMMS survey, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rose to 3.05% for the week of ending October 14th, the highest level since April. Even a modest tightening of monetary policy would, of course, impact housing, but we expect the effects to be largely muted given current market conditions, said Doug Duncan, Fannie Mae's Senior Vice President, Chief Economist. Anything on that, Darren?
Well, I think the component that is regulated there is the tapering. So they always want to. Their tapering is going to be based on making sure it doesn't have a huge impact on the market because they want stability. So they've talked about tapering next year, but if it has a big impact, they'll back off of tapering. They've done it multiple times, so they're going to help ease into a more stable environment where they're not having to buy back so many mortgage-backed securities.
Even a modest tightening of monetary policy would, of course, impact housing, but we expect the effects to be largely muted given current market conditions. In terms of home prices, economists at the GSC are forecasting a 16.6 increase in 2021, which is 1.8% higher than projected in September. In 2022, the economists changed the outlook on home price increases to 7.4% from 5.1. Despite
Right.
new
So
single-family home construction being in high demand, has been hindered by the low availability of materials and skilled labor. Those obstacles will continue next year, the economist said. According to the latest forecast, total home sales will decline to 6.54 million in 2022 from 6.77 million sales in 2021. Single-family mortgage origination projections for 2021 remained flat at about 4.3 trillion. Fannie Mae is now projecting single-family originations in 2022 at 3.30 trillion, up from September's forecast of 3.25 trillion. Mortgage rates may rise in response to the tighter environment, but we expect the severe shortage of homes for sale to remain the primary driver of strong house price appreciation through at least 2022, limiting interest rate effects on home sales and home prices, said Duncan.
right, that's big right there. That statement,
Yeah.
house price appreciation through at least 2022. That's all of next year that they're predicting we will have continued increase. You talk about the numbers. They talk about 4 million homes short that we need to build to meet demand in the country. We're talking nationwide now. Houses get built slowly. There's no way they're going to catch up anytime soon, and the affordability is what's keeping it down a little bit, and why we'll have less volume going into the future. They're predicting lower volume next year than this year, and it will be the rising prices that will help mitigate that, and hopefully we get enough built to help bring balance to the whole supply-demand component.
And I was going to say it's a bit of good news on both sides. Maybe not as good for a seller, but for buyers, hey, it's not 16.6%, it's 7.
Right.
And for sellers, it's still up, but not as aggressive as this year. So
Right. And the distinction we keep making in the local market, at least, is the homes with desirable components that check a lot of boxes are still selling fast, multiple offers, over list price. And where people are kind of seeing a slowdown, where they're questioning whether the market is still strong, are homes that aren't prepped well, homes that don't show well. And those homes are sitting a little longer and selling for less than list price.
yeah, that holds true always.
Yeah.
Fannie Mae also slashed its forecast for the economy in 2021 for the third consecutive month. Real gross domestic product, GDP, Fannie said, is expected to grow 4.9% this year, compared to the 5.4% it had forecast in September. Annual inflation for 2021 is expected to be 5.7% higher than the 5.4% it's projected in September. The main contribution will come from the higher energy prices domestically and abroad. The economists expect that the Federal Reserve will announce a tapering of asset purchases in its November meeting. Also, the central bank may hike the federal funds rate by 25 basis points in the fourth quarter of 2022, for the first time since December 2018. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time. 4
Things are
years.
changing.
But, they've been very low for a long time. And that will be the most likely impact on pricing, is an increase in rates. Now that 25 basis points doesn't always translate exactly to a quarter point higher in interest rates. but it's usually somewhat on par with that. Um, Inflation, not a good thing for costs of living on a daily basis. But if you own property, often inflation works in your favor. So this is why it's one of the biggest reasons the housing market has been so hot through the pandemic is the expectation of inflation, which they've been talking about for years, and we haven't fully seen the impact of that yet.
Okay. Well, there's some news. That's great. We'll track that as we go. Next. So we are going to jump into seller wins and buyer wins based on sold properties in the last 10 days. And let's see what I picked out. Okay, so we'll start. Well, overall, I think I sent this to you in the email. A lot of big wins for sellers in the 200,000 range or high 100,000s consistently this week. I think there were 29 or 30 sold properties versus I think 43 of the actives. But yeah,
Common ratio
really
we've
stuck
been
out.
having. Yeah.
Really stuck out to me. So the first seller win we want to point out is 2657 Ivanhoe. Let me get in here. So this listed at 2,799,000, and it ranged right to the sold price of $3,385,930 for a whopping $586,930 increase over list price. So let's take a look and see if this makes any sense. All right. So 2657 Ivanhoe Drive. This is in Silver Lake. Let's see. All right, it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3,168 square feet of living space. Again, sold at $3,385,930. Lot size 10,631 square feet. Took 9 days on the market. And was originally 1952, and you do see pieces of that still, which is nice. This is brought to us by Jenna Cooper and Caroline Wolf on the listing side, and on the buy side, Judith Arashnik. So, wow, look at those windows and the view.
It's a great house. It checks all the boxes again. Great neighborhood, indoor outdoor flow. Nice open floor plan.
Yeah. Unique front.
It's an example of if something's really special and presented and negotiated well, that the market will allow it to rise to its market value.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So next, let's take a look at 2456 Dalgo Avenue. This started, there it is, at $1,749,000, and the sold price $2,218,000 for a $469,000 increase. Right. So 2456 Hidalgo Avenue, 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 1,756 square feet of living space, sold $2,218,000. It's on a 7,492 square foot lot. Took 8 days on the market. Originally built 1924. And this is brought to us by Sonia Koch at Compass on the listing side, and on the buy side, Jasmine Comino.
Yeah. A lot of it's going to be repeated. Open floor plan. It's all clean and white.
Yeah.
Looks like it's done well. It's got multiple outdoor destinations. It's got some nice views off certain areas in the yard and the back. Um,
Like you said, very similar to the last
yeah,
one. It's
yeah.
just,
Similar area as well. Yeah.
yeah, very close by. All right. Next we have 2515 North Catalina. If I remember, this one's pretty unique looking. Okay, so it started at 1,350,000, sold at $1,723,355 for a $373,355 increase. Let's see what it looks like. Much a treehouse effect, I think. So 2515 North Catalina Street, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,248 square feet of living space, 1,723,355, 5,320 square feet of lot, and 20 days on the market. 1961, wow, was the original build. Brought to us by Stephen Salinger, and does not say who bought it. Subscription, non-subscriber. Okay.
Well, we sell a lot of cliffhangers, Joe. They're just not in this pocket. They're often in over in the Montecito Heights area, but very similar era and type of foundations where they're completely suspended, and this one looks to be similar. So we're usually, not quite half the price, maybe 60% of the price.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how much more the area will command more money because they're similar structures, similar houses.
What is this? This is Los Feliz. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely great views all over that area. But interesting how they didn't really stage it strongly. They left a lot of open space there, and maybe smartly because it's only 1,250 square feet of space. So
Yeah, it's not a big
very
house.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it even have a garage? You don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. Next one is 1662 Glen Ailsa Avenue. Let's see. Aylsa. So, let's see. So this started at 899,000, finished out, sold price 1,241,500 for a 342,500 increase in price. Let's see here. Okay, so this is Eagle Rock. Lot size, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Again, not a big house, 1,116 square feet of living space. It's on the lot size, 7,695. Took 8 days on the market and originally built in 1912. Let's see, brought to us by Maureen Pearson over at Compass, and on the buy side, Mercedes Connor. So, looks very
Gosh, it's
current.
funny how in some photos the house looks black and in some photos it looks blue. Same, similar walls, different angles. But the inside looks great. It's very clean, a lot of natural wood components, all white again on the paint on the inside. Some, not a huge yard, but an outdoor destination, a little more yard in the front, it looks like. Yeah, staged well. Some nice finishes.
Yeah, yeah. Nice front yard. Great. Okay, guys, so that's Eagle Rock. Uh, let's go now to some buyer wins. We'll start with 3961 Cumberland Avenue. Let's go to Cumberland. This. And so this is in Los Feliz. And not a lot of pictures here, but
No, there
3961
aren't.
Cumberland Avenue, one bedroom, two bath, 1,917 square feet living space, 1 million. Let's see, and it's on a lot size 5,110 square feet. Took 7 days on the market. 999 is the list, so got $1 more. Okay. Dana Raffle represented this, and Jeff Fisher was on the buying side. So, gosh, do you even get a sense of the house? Not really.
No,
The
you
location more than
can't.
anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the photo that the main photo you have is from the back of the house. No
Yeah.
idea what the front looks like. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Huh. All right. There you go. That price for Los Feliz. Next one is 111 North Dillon. Let's go to Dillon. There it is. So this started at 750,000. It ended at 750,000. Let's see. 111 North Dillon Street. Let's see, 3 bedroom, two bath, Echo Park. Let's see, 1,216 square feet of living space, no lot size. Took 28 days on the market to sell. Original build 1922, and this is brought to us by Rosa Ornelas Himmelberger. And on the buy side, Jenny Martin.
Yeah, one of the things we often talk about is having cohesion. And even if that cohesion is an eclectic, doesn't have everything doesn't have to match, but if it's all doesn't match, that's its own style. But I'm left feeling with this house, even just the front exterior view, with the vertical wrought iron, the horizontal planks, the arched
Mm.
roof line, the bars on the windows. It just has no idea what it wants to be.
Yeah.
And that's repeated when you go inside. So often, maybe some of the things we do is just to kind of hone it in and make it all
Yeah.
make sense. This all
Yeah.
looks unintentional.
Yeah.
Like they did one thing at a time, not thinking about anything else on what existed. So, good for the buyer. They got a good price. And, they could probably, with a reasonably small amount of money, at least make more sense of it all.
Yeah. I was going to say too, I think it was also intentional to not put the lot size because I think it's a fairly small lot,
Yeah,
at least by that alley view
sure.
you could see.
Got it.
All right, makes sense. Why? The next one is 1041 Oneonta Drive. Let's take a look. So, this. Okay. Uh, 1041 Oneonta Drive. This is in Mount Washington. It's a 3 bedroom, three bath, 2,553 square feet of living space. Sold 1,698,000. The list price was 1,698,000. So no movement again. A lot size 5,182. 19 days on the market it took, and this is a new build, 2021. Brought to us by Michael Cerrito and a James Cerrito on the buy side. Sounds like a family affair.
To me, it feels like the house has some good things going on. Personally, this is kind of whether you know the area or not, it is a new build.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to have seen some eclectic staging.
Yeah.
I think with new build and like newish looking staging, it's
Yeah.
just not a great match for this side of town. Um, so, gosh, great for the buyer. Yeah, I think if they have some more, put in some more staging that might be a little warmer and create a little more of an emotional connection, those patios and even the curb appeal looks pretty nice on this.
Yeah, I'm seeing a 909 area code, so yeah, maybe these guys
Yeah,
didn't really know the
exactly.
area,
Right.
but they got a very nice house to sell, so good for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is final 3375 Scarborough Street. Okay, so this started at 893,000, landed at a sold price of 875,000 for an $18,000 decrease. Scarborough. Yes.
It's good square footage. It's our most favorite pink orange family of color there on the exterior.
All right, 3375 Scarborough Street, again in Mount Washington. 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 1,910 square feet on a 7,366 square foot lot. 875,000. Yeah, 875,000 sold price, and wow, original list price, Darren, was 1,250,000. So
Well, I mean, if
take
you're
it
just
as
talking
it
about
is.
square footage, it commands it in that neighborhood,
Right.
but they just didn't do anything. Just painting it white probably would have. Uh,
Yeah.
you would have gotten 5 times their value, the paint job at least. So, but yeah,
Well,
like we continually say, good for the buyer in this situation.
yeah,
Nice paint job will have an impact, and even if you're painting the bricks, you get some more high contrast, and it's a big house.
yeah.
It's hopefully it's a house where we can bring a family into the neighborhood because it's a little more affordable, and they can do a little work.
Took 111 days to get this sold.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's you know paint white,
Can see.
sell
Yeah,
in 10 days,
yeah,
keep orange, sell in
yeah,
4 months.
yeah. Well, it's funny. I didn't tell you this, but we all get those postcards from our favorite realtors, and this guy I didn't recognize, but he had an interesting pitch. Maybe we should kind of riff. But he offered a $5,000 credit to their paint job if they sign with him as their listing agent. So, yeah, because most of the time when you see this, you should get it painted and
For
get some
sure.
past that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, good deal for somebody. It'll be a different house later.
Oh, for sure.
Uh, yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so now we'll go to actives. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Listings in the last 7 days. Three listings. Okay. What do you see first, man? You want to start where we are?
Oh, let's look at Mitchell Terena, the first one, 1800 Mitchell Terena. It's interesting. The first 12 photos are of the street and of the land. They aren't even of the house.
Uh,
But the house is got some original charm that's good and some that's not so good.
So 1800 Michael Terena, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,443 square feet of living space for 1,150,000. Nice sized lot, 15,179.
Huge.
It's wooded and hilly. Days on the market so far 3. Original build was 1916, and brought to us by Kirk Giroux.
Yeah. This will sell fast. This is a low price on a fantastic street. Somebody's
Really
going
good
to
price.
build it out and maybe even build another unit set so far down on the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a multi-million dollar property in a year.
Yeah, if you did this right,
Probably.
oh gosh, yeah, look at those floors. Yeah, this is
No, but not even the house. Just either they may demo that house, or they may
right.
just do a huge add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, somebody lived there a long time. Oh, it's a good one. All
So I've got to chime in on Elsinore Street, man. Only
right.
because I spent time in that house as a child.
Yeah,
I seriously
I know what you
did.
mean.
2538 Elsinore. It's a box.
Mm-hmm.
They've
And
opened
it was
it
always a
up.
box, right?
It
Except
was.
for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it wasn't always. They
Ah.
did a big addition back in the early 80s that made it very boxy. Um, they modernized it and opened up the floor plan a little bit, and it looks good. The biggest thing they did was they put in a driveway and built an official garage because it's a difficult street to park on, and that was the obstacle in selling it last time. I think it'll sell fast this
2538
time.
Elsinore, 4 bed, 3 bath, 1,800 square feet. Yeah, $1,299,000 is a good price for that, I guess.
For all that it
6,491,
offers. Yes.
right? 6,491 square feet of lot and 7 days on the market. Brought to us by Dania Handy and the Morenos, George and Eileen.
Sure.
So, good luck with that. Uh,
Sure, let's look at Clayton. 4121 Clayton over in Los Feliz. Looks like a house that's going to get a lot bigger.
So, yeah, 421 Clayton Avenue. It's in Los Feliz. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 798 square feet. You're right about that. On living space. Lot 5,301. Oh, looks like there's some plans. Days on market 6. This was originally built in 1910, and it's brought to us by Emily Johnson at Sotheby's. So, a lot of potential they're selling here. Yeah.
Yeah, just look at the houses on both sides. They're so much larger. I don't think we've looked at this one on Palmero. 4216 Palmero. A lot of mid-century in that pocket there.
Okay, 4216 Palmero. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,874 square feet of living space. 1,395,000. It's on a 7,500 square foot lot, the big deck, and days on the market 4. 1957 was its original build, and brought to us by Richard Reedy, RR Realty and Investments.
Right, so this is all about that view. It's a good size house at 1874.
Yeah.
3+2, but it's the view is pretty encompassing whenever you're on that hill and have that downslope.
A lot of living space there. God, what do you do with all? Couches, tables, everything. Okay.
What about Coringa, Joe? 4983 Coringa Drive in Highland Park.
Four nine eight three Coringa Drive, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,870 square feet of living space, listed at $1,149,000. It's in Highland Park. Nice sized lot, 12,498, and it does have an open house. 10/19, that's tomorrow, 11 to 1, and then 10/21. What is that? Thursday, 11 to 1. Let's see, 4 days on the market. This is brought to us by Tracy Doe and Rhonda Doyle and Rosemary Portillo.
Yeah, it shows well. It's got some
Good
nice
area.
outdoor destinations, some hillside that you're looking at. Yeah, multiple. It looks like a little compound there. It's great.
Yeah,
I think
good
that one will
price.
sell fast.
Yeah, I wonder where it ended up. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely higher. I think it'll probably go up a couple 100,000.
Hey.
What about Larker? 1026 Larker Avenue.
This is Highland Park again. 1026 Larker. It is 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,804 square feet. Listed at $1,375,000. 6,500 square feet of lot. Days on market 7. Built 1961, and brought to us by Marlon Marroquin.
Yeah, this is the Arroyo View Estates, and I was hoping for some more original mid-century details.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them up there still look fantastic. It's a little suburban enclave right in the middle of Highland Park, but at least when you get the architecture, it's a nice space to be in. But this again maybe is lacking some clear identity.
Yeah. And would you say too, I might be wrong about this, but a lot of those homes don't have the biggest yard in the back, right?
They all have small yards.
Yeah, that's just what it's been.
Yeah, it's the way they were laid out. They have a little more front yard, so it looks a little more grand, but a small amount of backyard. Let's go to Ave 18, man. Let's look at one in Lincoln Heights. 165 North Avenue 18. For $449,000.
That's wonderful. See how wonderful it is. 3 pictures, really selling it. There you go.
There's no way that's
165
right.
North Avenue 18. Yeah.
It says a
131.
528 square foot lot. I'm sorry, Joe. I had to interrupt you on that one.
And no square feet. There's no square feet of living space. So, yeah, what is this?
Is that
For
accurate?
sale. Cozy
A fi-
Cottage.
But it's a 528 square foot lot. Can you link to the assessor there? I mean,
Yeah. Let's take a look. It says, hold on, 527 square foot lot area. It says
how big
on
is the
building
house?
square feet of 556.
Wait a second. It's not 2 stories. How do we have a bigger house than
It's a
a
very
lot?
small second story.
Right.
It's about 3 inches.
All right. So we saved the entertaining
Wow.
one for the last one here, man.
1950.
This is an interesting pocket. It's a little bit of an industrial vibe over there in that area off the 110 and Ave 19. But I have never seen a 500 square foot lot before. Never.
For $449,000.
Forget the price. I've seen many houses. We've sold 300 square foot house this year.
Oh my God.
But not
Yeah,
500
with
square
a
foot
half
lot.
acre.
Oh, yeah, that had Right. It was 300 square feet with, I think, no, it was more than a half acre. It was almost an acre. It was like 40,000 square feet of land.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see
Wow.
what happens. Gosh.
Yeah, this one will be a fun one to follow.
All
I'm
right.
looking for the open house. I don't see one yet, but we'll see.
Nobody would fit. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think we're good, man.
Axtell.
Yeah, I saw that.
I remember our Axtell. We had an Axtell, right?
We did. Well, we sold 5 units over there.
That was
Um,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for actives, at least our observations. One thing I wanted to invite everyone to is Art Unite. So this is what we're calling an Urban Hillsides community project. It's been our project for, gosh, man, over 10 years now. But in the last 3, we've created Art Unite, which is an art show and auction benefiting Central City Action Committee and their youth programs that are in Echo Park and Westlake, that area. And it's a lot of fun. So, Darren, I added some more things last night to the gallery. We've got
Oh, nice.
roughly around 53 pieces and counting, with 29 days left. And we've got a DJ Yukisito. So when you're done looking at the art and bidding high numbers on all the art, you can go dance. It's at
Yeah,
Tropico
just
de Nopal. Say again?
a little more about, CCAC, the benefactor of this.
Yeah.
A youth organization that's been around for
Like 70,
since
71.
since the 70s. Um, they have a lot of kids in their programs that are DACA kids, and they really try to integrate them and show them a different perspective, and just create opportunities for them. This is the same organization that does your graffiti removal in our neighborhoods. Keep that in mind. So they're helping get these kids jobs through the graffiti program and other things as well, helping them get into college, fill out applications, and just be the best they can be. It's really a fantastic program that serves the community in so many ways. They're out volunteering with all of their youth at events in the communities, cleaning up after parades and at the parks, and it's just a great organization. And I see Joe on the screen there, did some interviews with some of these kids, and they talk about how this has impacted their lives. This is really like you'll get to meet the kids if you come to this event that are impacted by what this organization is doing. That's why we support it. That's why we want you to come out and support it, and you'll get some art at the same time.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Darren, just as an observation, when I interviewed some of these kids, they're not kids. They're young adults. They may have started with the organization, when they were 14, but they're 18, 19, 20 now, and they're still there to support CCAC, and CCAC is there for them. So it's a long relationship that these kids have, and
It's
they do
become
give
a
back themselves.
generational thing. The kids stay around. It's become a little bit of a second family for them,
Yeah.
and they continue to give back even as they go on in life and find their own path. Yeah.
So a good cause, along with some fun, along with some art. Certainly it's local artists that are contributing to this. They get a 50-50 split if you bid on their work and win, or it's 100% donation, depending upon who they are. We've got some names there that you'll recognize, and we've got unknown names, but they're all dedicated to their art and giving back to the community as we are. So check it out, artunite.org. Go ahead and RSVP, and we'll see you in 29 days on that. So,
Cool.
what else? Anything else, Darren, as we
I
part?
think that's it, man. I love ending on that.
Yeah. That's a good one. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.